Pluto going into Aquarius tomorrow on the 19th. And then the big thing though is Mars having gone into Leo. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like I can cruise and get stuff done because it's very driven there. It's in fire. And I'm a Mars ruled person and I do not like the Mars and Cancer thing. And so, yeah, it's a trip because it goes there very slowly into Leo up until about 6 degrees or so, and then um, it starts to go backwards, and then it goes back into Cancer, and that doesn't happen until in um, December. Coming up here, we have a Mercury retrograde coming on the um, on the 26th or the 27th. Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, and it's kind of mildly square Saturn, but it's going to square Saturn, and I can see that Jupiter is square Saturn. And the Jupiter square Saturn, it's going to happen exact on like on Christmas, or like all through kind of, well, yeah, Christmas is definitely happening exact, but it's kind of mild, and that says that nobody has money. And there's also something going on with the planets, but I don't know if you can feel it. I think it's a tired, humanity is tired of the wheel, the perpetual, I guess you can call it the financial institution. It's the amusement park, I guess, the amusement park ride that we're all supposed to be gung-ho about. And see, okay, so my main video here, the reason why I'm making this video is it's so see, I need to refine what I'm doing. See, this is why I want my meditation time, and I want to stay quiet, and I want to stay on the higher vibrational frequency. Really, I need to be, I'm almost going to say I need to be protected here, but it's because, see, I need to make up a paragraph or two that shows a lot of the content creators, especially the astrologers or like whoever they are that is forecasting our future, I guess, because the Aquarius age, that's where we're heading. It's a time where we come together. See, that astrologer doesn't have the full on key to everybody. See, the thing is the monetary system. See, we have to make it our money, and then we have to make it to where we are kind of like playing the game almost like safely, see, now I've already talked about this and what may happen, but it might not need to happen like this. But I see actually a war that can come out of something that, see, you're never going to solve the problem that money is presenting to people. You know how, like, well, money is a mystery anyway. Like, well, right? Like, how do we use it really? Why? It's like the way that we are hooked up into it physically, like our very, like Adrian Elise was talking about, and a lot of people can say it, and it's obvious. You run and run and run. It's our energy. It's free energy if you talk about it. It's like, pump the kids out and just go and have them do run the same shit going on. And pardon me, it's like this program. I don't know about you, but see, I'm in a place where I'm able to kind of see this and not get so immersed, like it's interesting or something. You know what I mean? So anyway, I need to free up some storage here. I just tried to, but they're gonna try and jack me. So pardon me while I do this and try to talk at the same time. See, a lot of distractions. They don't want me to talk about it. They don't want us to talk about it. But see, I'm working on just getting up that paragraph to be able to show and tell um, what is needed. But see, I have I'm getting downloads. I'm looking at it. Okay, about I'm just it's I'm chomping at the bit because the labeling that I come up with, right? The brand that we are as human beings. Okay, so see, what I'm looking at is like, well, they keep saying, sorry, I'm really choppy, right? They keep saying to take back our and stuff like that, and take it back. It's like, no, just we have to create our own. That's all. That's what has to happen. See, and they're talking about it already, and I'm like, yeah, and here it is. It's the already here organization, and they're pointing at the heart and everything, and how and the chakra system, which is the electrical, and it's like, babes, yeah, okay, so see, I'm not fully downloaded, but it has to do with now for sure. We have to go to court. If you really want things to change, you have to take it. And so you take your right to remain silent. I'm pretty sure it's all there. Now, what is there? All of the avenues that we need to go and the keys that we need to fit to just say, you know what, unlock it. Boom. Now, what are you talking about, Shauna? Well, get a sanctuary going. Get the sanctuary going. See, but we have the problem of that it's already happening where you can see these people that use poisonous things, and I'm sorry, but oh my God, like say, okay, so oh God, it is so hard to start confronting this, but there is poisoning going on. It's ridiculous. There's ridiculousness going on because of who is doing this just to make money. And why is it allowed that it is so chicken shit where things are, particularly what happened to plastic? Okay, plastic is supposed to last forever. That's why they made it. I wouldn't mind just having basic like buckets and tarps. And if you want, you can have a fucking whole plastic utensil set that lasts forever. This is the original thing that it did happen that the Germans were making this rubber and plastics in the 1940s, but then they started saying it's harmful for the environment. So let's make it biodegradable. I don't get it, right? Because now it's biodegradable and it is just breaking up and going at the micro level into everything. And it's like, this is so ridiculous because I would rather have it last forever, right? And have just maybe a few pieces of dust come off after 25 years or 300 or 900. I don't know, man. Right? So I'm saying this because I'm freaking out like this because I'm trying to winterize it. It happens every year that the tarps and the fucking plastics disintegrate and turns into this nightmarish thing. It's like you have to call hazmat. See, that needs to change. Why can't we find a tarp that lasts at least 15 to 20 years? See, the Germans do that. Babes, and the space agencies do that. They don't have stuff that will just disintegrate. See, it's because of money, but who? That's not a question. I mean, it is a question. Yes, that is a question. Sorry. How is not a question. Who is? We have to find out this, and there's no, look at it. Who? Those people too. It's like, how sane is that? You know what I mean? What the fuck? You know, because I am chomping at the bit. It's like, oh my God. It is so overwhelming, but you know, when we turn on, and we are going to turn on, there is this activation that's going to happen. And, you know, I feel it in my body, and we're right on schedule. If you're experiencing love in your life and you're feeling better, then keep going that direction, you know. But the truth is with that, how that, well, Mars is away from Pluto, opposing it in Capricorn. Now Pluto's going to go into Aquarius, and then Mars is going to come back, and after having gone, see, it's going to go retrograde after Pluto goes into Aquarius, and then it's in Aquarius, and now while it's in a Leo, Mars in Leo is going to oppose Pluto, which is remarkable, and it's going to oppose it at a hefty like 1 degree, and it's going to start retrograding and go stationary on. It's looking like, well, yeah, it's going to continue to go retrograde and go direct in February. See, this is a long drawn out thing, but see, it's really important to know that Mars will oppose Pluto again, but in a whole different sign. So we have, but it's, see, that's a fire sign and Aquarius. It's an opposition. Oh boy, that's a huge activation of our bodies. Yeah, our hearts. I was trying to talk to you about it before, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but no, I channel a lot, and a lot of times I have to watch this like 3 times or 4, and it's like, oh no, I understand. See, I know I can register when to just hit send and override a lot of like conscientious criticism or whatever. And no, I'm a content creator. I've been, see, you play music that way too. You kind of, and you keep looping around and you keep refining. And what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that, see, that's what I need. Is I really appreciate your support. What little is coming in, but it's a lot actually. People were supporting me. How big what little is coming in. It's a big hug that I'm getting from what little it is, and that's all I need to be able to concentrate. See, I'm going to put together this paragraph and send it to all of these content creators who they start to talk about it. They start to go into a blank zone. It's like, do you include other people in your money-making projects? Will you stop it first of all? See, I don't think these people are very disciplined as far as how that. Are we being creative enough? You know, like say right now, see now with our bodies, I'm really jumping ahead of things. And I'm still trying to rest, and all of humanity is. All of humanity is still pulling out of this. It's like, good grief, man. You know, and you cannot push or pull this thing that we're going through called life, that is a process that's like, look at this. Now, oh my God, look at it, because there is a system that keeps people looping backward and back and looping and looping. It's so weird. I mean, literally, they can't really do, you know, they've done a lot with the weather, right? You see the weather unleashing on places, and I'm pretty sure that they are disintegrating entire hillsides also because they can. Who are they, Shauna? Babes, we are like, if you really want to know, see, this is what's really going to start lifting up into the lights, because Aquarius is like so ahead, 35 years ahead, and it's like, hello, snap to, there, we are sharing this planet with aliens, and I didn't just say extraterrestrials. That needs to be separated out now. And our language will do it if we just capitalize anywhere, anytime, to hold on to our intellectual property, spiritual belonging, and our central bank. We need a bank of our own that says, no, this is easy. See, why do we chug away as individuals thinking, oh, we got to work it. We just got to go out there and work it. It's there. It's workable. And it's like, babes, there's got to be a different way that it reverses. And you're being nothing but creative. See, this thing right here, see, the thing is that I am looking into this, and what's illuminating more because of the condition, because of the overtake, because of how weird it is around here. It's just, there's going to be this kind of war that might break out if it doesn't just push over. See, now I think the war is within us, right? Yeah, 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 because, see, that's what I need to thank you for your support, you guys, because when we get these downloads, and we are going to get downloads, see, you are watching this because something divine has aligned us really, and see, some other people have got on here and they said, you know what, I don't know why you entered upon into my feed, and it's because probably the narcissism film, but you see, that's all hooked into what we're trying to bust into. I mean, we love the narcissists and everything, but they're not going to solve our problems anytime soon. They are big money makers, and that's how they get into position of power. And now they're fucking everything up. And why the fuck did you do that? And the fucking shit, right? It's like outnumbering out there. And why? Well, if you kill enough of the women who are making sure that the place of sex is safe, and this means that we are making love instead of hate, and then, how that there's a dysfunction that comes up. Is it narcissism or what is it really? I say it's just okay, whatever. But, yeah, you can end up with this toxicity. And isn't it just staggering out there? They are so out of touch. It's like from one bubble to the next. And we're looking at an organism here that takes so much resources, right? And those resources come from somebody who's laughing at us. And I say uh, that I have to write these articles, that I'm the leader here of not just my community or the Western Hemisphere. I am the leader of this globe. Yep, yep. I'll sacrifice it that far. I don't care. That's a sacrifice you make. Look at what Christ did over there. That person knew that, well, this is the limited time here that I have because we are mobbed more than ever. But if you can just get a little bit of the fucking inkling in, that person was from outer space, by the way, the Pleiades constellation. That's where the creator of creation lives, pretty much. And I am Pleiadian. See, I did not, I don't talk about it much. I do. I kick it around probably when I eat less food, and I just say, you know what, let's just get down to business, babe. Because it might discourage people. They might not take me seriously that we can do this. Let me just erase this. See, there's a lot of my past videos. It's like, can you see? I'm trying to tell you that your life, if you're awake enough, you're going to figure this out. You're like, it's like you can't force. They want you to force all this stuff into place. That your life, from cradle to grave, bop, stamp, blip, and you know what I mean. Just it's happening out there, chugging away, and it's short and temporary, isn't it? I mean, look at how we have to make tarps that don't last so long for us. Because what if, God forbid, that we can cover something just for 30 years here. Sorry. Much of my frustration is because, it's the Aries thing, and they're like, you know what, do not hold me back. And why don't you see? And I'm here again doing the work, and it's like, okay, but really, let's calm down because, hello there, last degree, 29-degree sun in Aries, all the Aries, all of the organism that has the Aries part is so exhausted, and it's still time to do this. Wait. And we hate that, right? We're like, and no, it's because your body is going to activate with Mars in January when it opposed Pluto, and for everybody, it's a big time. In the meantime, what happens, man, with all these squares to Saturn, especially Jupiter? Jupiter square Saturn says, see, I don't have a Jupiter square Saturn. I have a Jupiter trine to Saturn. And see, it's like, well, I think that the population needs to learn how to do without at least like 3/4 of the stuff that they're just like on automatic doing. And how hard is it, right? And especially their money habits, right? Yeah. Yeah, because look what they keep feeding back into, right? Follow the money. And look at the shit. Now the thing is to go and find their ideas, the stuff that they hid away, like, come on, can't you make a tarp or a piece of rubber? I'm sorry, but if you're gonna use something, what do you want to use here? Can we put on the table? What are we doing? See, money has like 55,000 different versions of something. And of course, you get the top notch, the one that lasts for longer than all of the other ones. That's all. For top dollar. And somebody's going, yay, and that's not even their idea. They're just running a fucking program, see. And I'm hearing it, see, more and more. And the point of my video, I need support. I need you to listen to me, man, about this. I'm sorry, I know I sound like that chick. I'm, a lot of people don't take me seriously, really. You know what I mean? And at least I do. I feel it. I feel it. When now it's been 50 years of I've done way too much meditating. Pardon me while I just take care of this little thing here. I've done way too much meditating, and especially this now, on top of just this last 5 years that we've been going through something. It's the most interesting thing because I think that um, we're just going to see it. It's going to unfold right in front of our face. It's going to be remarkable. People are going to come together more. This is what's exciting. It's already happening, right? And now, if you are somebody who is has had a hard time with your narcissist and stuff like this, you're probably really kind of see, this is where it's going to refine to where the people in your life, it's like, no, you're refining, we're finding the value, what's the use, see. And it has to do with, now, babes, doesn't it make sense to keep the money in our hands, in our bank, in your bank? It's everybody's bank. Now, what do you mean everybody's bank? I'm not including the people that make the cruddy shit. It's weird. It's like, well, how do we grab it out away? When you see that it pollutes the land and causes cancers and disease, like obvious over here, it's obvious that I have to take, it's not just my neighbor and that neighbor down the road and then the where they went because some other people complained about it. No, it's the fucking state. There's something here, right? That wants to kill what God has made here, the creator of creator. You want to call it Christ Jesus, but it's all of ours. If you are pumping red blood and it has mainly iron in it, I don't know how to fucking say it. It's like, are there human beings here? How about you? Do you breathe clean air and do you have a better effect? See, I don't know about you guys, but see, some people may be way ahead of all of you. See, um, I don't, I can't eat animals because, well, see, the industrial, gosh darn it, it's dead. They're dead. It's a carcass. And and that's the thing that kind of trips me out too. I walk near the place where they have all the ribs and the racks of carcass there, and it's like, that's obvious. That's weird. And see, we can do better with everything, especially everything. Not see, yeah. I already talked about the meat thing and how that you can definitely reduce down if you have like physical ailments, particularly if you get sick every year and like skin problems and bacterial infections and a lot of stuff. Oh my God, parasite parasites and stuff. Learn how to fast, babes. The next thing that could happen. See, when there's a bright thing, when people are coming together and trying to activate and get their autonomy and try and figure out how do we do this, because here's the thing is I'm all for robots, um, gardening our foods, and even doing our banking, all of it. Just take human beings and doing our mail here and stuff like that. See, and if the electricity is going down, if it turns off, and they're doing a real good job at keeping it on, because it's the enemy doing that. But if they do a good job at keeping it on and mowing and growing corn over there the right way, then we can just do something. What? Do what? See, I don't know. What are we supposed to do here? Do something better than just free up the slaves and let's see. We don't know what we're capable of. Technologically, when we bring it all in, it's going to look completely different. And I would rather see us have a holistic lifestyle, right? That starts to like it's the pyramids days all over again, really, when it's like, oh, now we have these vehicles that go, it's interdimensional travel. Finally, I get to go visit where my mom went when she visited me in a little sphere, and it was weird, you know. And what no, whatever that was that flew across the sky that I saw, and I was like, excuse me? I've been watching the sky a long time. And no, the moon is a technological advancement. The moon is totally not none of this is like natural the way you think it is. Not even the planet Earth. Not see the trees are extraterrestrial. If you want to know what an extraterrestrial is, I'm trying to tell you. Look up the words and come back and tell me on the comment section down below. Take part in your language here. It's the English alphabet, the white race who lives in outer space. And I didn't just say that we're superior than the black people, or that the black people are superior. See, the thing is that color thing, they say, well, you have no color and we have all the color. We're the hue men. It's like, no, the human, little bit loose language there, but once you get there, yes, there's within all of the potential races, there's the human being there that says, hello, why can't you get along and do better than spiraling down, right? There's a thing going on out there. So we're going to make some breakthroughs and bust throughs and yeah, we can't allow the narcissist to pin us to our bad days when we're like at that place where we're molting our skin. That's the next video, or the video that I made with that sweater on. I'm going to put this on afterwards just to fill up the venue for people, right? Because they want every day to hear something. But this is on the 18th, and it's the 19th that it's at 0 degrees. Pluto will be officially going in, and there needs to be a sound off of like a whole new, not just a sign, the Pluto going into another sign. It's a whole new age for all of humanity, because it's humanity's turn now. See, it was the satanic cult's turn, which has no humanity, but they're operating on, what is it? What is their yeah, a big idea. It's really trippy, isn't it? You see, some people are being like robbed. You know, it will come up onto the table about extraterrestrials and even the aliens, and then that's where we get our own constitutional rights going, and it has to be written in a certain way so that it's it overrides the other ones who are doing what. And see, the thing is a war is going to go out. It's just going to be a bunch of warring. And this is where the organism learns for sure that they do not die. And that's where it's almost like I see now this holding on of hands, like we all hold each other in vibrational frequency, though. Whoever's a human being, really, whoever has a connection to the universe, and whoever's not stuck here. Because there's a stuck race here. And yeah, I know I sound weird, but so this is my Shauna Sci-Fi, and thank you for listening to my channel. But I would love to be left alone so that I can listen further what I need to do, because there's an article I need to write right now. Right now. So if you're in my life, why are you here? Are you interested in the article that I need to put up? Because the people that are telling the real news, astrologers, they're trying to communicate what's going to be happening here. And they're talking about what's going to be happening with what's happening, see? And when I do this article and I write it with the You know, there's a way to present it. Now, I'm not saying that this language thing, there's going to be somebody else that says, no, the key, and this is the key. See, do you think that we can do it without any wars, without the enemy just turning off the electricity and causing their rollback? Because it's obviously a place where you have to get your own money and protect yourself. And their media, they stole it. They say, in God we trust. And there isn't even the communications about what the hell God is. And I say, it's reality. And if you want your documents to read it right and start keeping your intellectual property, it's reality. There's RIA. See, then you know, I'm serious about the R reversal rule. They were serious about the R reversal rule. Who? Whoever made the interfacing system, whoever found that out. You're in a reversed. Now, what does reverse mean? What does verse mean? I went through this to go on my playlist and look at it, and I'm gonna refine it though. See, Mars is in a hard space, and it's like we have to nurture each other, and I'm doing this in the name of my 6 Aries. To tell you the truth, 6 is a very nurturing symbol. It's the symbol of the pregnant lady. It's the symbol of the cup that's holding. It's like it's full there, and pour it. And the 9 is a 6 standing on its head. If you don't think the 6 and the 9 look the same, we're never going to be friends ever. You need a different banking system, and also you should go over there. Do not put any of your products in our line of work because it sucks. Sorry. I'm so excited. I'm giving myself the chills.